Hello everyone, myself Shravanti, working as the Assistant Professor in the Department of Data Science and Cybersecurity in MLR Institute of Technology. Today my topic is optimization of basic blocks. So here I am going to discuss what is optimization of basic block, what are the techniques that comes under optimization of basic block, and what are the advantages we will be discussing over here. So let us go for first one. What is optimization of basic block? So initially basic block is nothing but it's a sequence of statements or consecutive collection of statements. In a block there will be a statements or there continuous statements will be there, that is nothing but sequence of statements, that we are going to call it as a basic block. So there are no, in this basic block there will be only one entry point and one exit point. For every basic block, there will be only one entry point and one exit point. And in between these statements, the executive statements or consecutive statements, there should not be in between these statements in the middle, there should not be any branches like conditional branches or unconditional branches, or conditional and unconditional statements should not be there. Like go to, while, or break, continue, those statements should not be there in a single block. Okay, so that is nothing but a basic block. So the basic blocks we can have it, basic blocks can be optimized in a single block, that is nothing but we are going to call it as a local optimization, and then we can also form global optimization of basic blocks will be there. The global optimization is nothing but optimization is done between the blocks. That we are going to call it as global optimization. Local optimization is nothing but we are going to optimize the code, we are going to have the statements, and that statements we are going to optimize, nothing but we are going to reduce the set of statements, that we are going to call it as a local optimization. There are two optimizations, local optimization and global optimization techniques. So optimization is nothing but here we are going to remove the unnecessary statements or any statements which are not in use. Even if I execute that particular statement, the program is not going to be changed. So that statements we are going to remove and we are going to optimize the code. So by doing this optimization, we can reduce or we can execute the program very fast, and it takes memory less memory, and execution speed will also increase. So that is nothing but optimization of basic block. Here the basic block, the optimization of basic blocks can be machine dependent and machine independent. It can be machine dependent and machine independent also. Here we are going to discuss about machine independent. Machine independent is nothing but it is not depending upon anything. It is going to be executed. So under these machine independent, we are going to have, it is divided into two types. That is nothing but structure preserving transformation and algebraic transformation. So these are the two basic block optimization techniques we are having: structure preserving transformation and algebraic transformation. So first we go for structure preserving transformation. So the name structure preserving transformation, even we optimize the code, the structure of the program will not be changed. We are going to preserve that structure of the program. Even we reduce the code or even we modify the code, but the output is not going to be changed, and the structure of the code or the structure of the program will not be changed. So under this structure preserving technique or transformation, we have four techniques. So that is nothing but dead code elimination, common sub-expression elimination, renaming of temporary variables, interchange of two independent adjacent statements. These are the techniques that comes under structure preserving transformation. So let us go for the first one, dead code elimination. So dead code elimination. So the elimination of dead code. So I am having some set of lines of code. From these lines of code, even I execute n number of times, the particular statement is not going to be changed. How many times if I execute that statement, that program, the output of this statement or the program is not affecting that particular statement. So nothing but it is nothing but we are going to call it as a dead code. So that is here dead code is as a part of the code that never executes during the program, and that if that code is there or if the statement is there in the program, is also the output of the program is also not going to be changed. So that is nothing but we are going to call it as dead code, and we are going to remove that dead code and we are going to optimize the code. Eliminating the dead code increases the speed of the program. So nothing but the program size will be reduced and we can translate. A compiler does not have to translate the dead codes. See here one example. Unoptimized a equal to 0 if a equal to 1, a equal to x plus 1. Here already it was initialized a equal to 0. A is a variable, that a variable is initialized to value 0. But here the condition is a equal to 1, means nothing but 0 is equal to 1. 0 is equal to 1. The condition is false. How many times I execute this particular statement, these won't be true at any point. At any point, this statement won't be true and the internal statement won't execute. Internal statement won't execute. So nothing but these two statements are the dead code we will be calling, because even if it is there in the program output is not changing and these two statements are not executing at any time. So by looking into this, we are going to remove those unoptimized code and we are going to optimize the code here. Just I can keep simply a equal to 0. So let's go for one more example. Example 2, int foo is one function, return 10, int x equal to 5. Int x equal to 5. So it comes from the main function, it comes here, and int function, it just goes here in the definition, and here I am having return 10. The return 10 value is returned to the main function or the function from where this foo is called. But here the int x equal 5 statement will not be executed. Why? Because here the return statement is there. This return statement goes to that particular program and executes. But never it comes here and executes this int x equal to 5. So nothing but this is the dead code. Even if it is there in the program, even if I execute these statements, this statement won't be, this statement will not execute at any time. This statement will not execute at any time. So nothing but by looking into this is nothing but we are going to call dead code and we are going to eliminate this dead code and we are going to write this like this. So nothing but we are just removing int x equal to 5 and this is my optimized code. So that is nothing but the dead code elimination. Is nothing but here we are going to eliminate the useless code. Nothing but which code, the code which is not used in the program. Even I compile n number of times, the output is not going to be changed even if the code is there or even if I remove that statement. So that is nothing but eliminating the dead codes. So the next one, common sub-expression elimination. So the common sub-expression elimination is nothing but the same statement is repeated one more time. Okay, so that is nothing but common sub-expression. We are going to find the same statement more than once and that statements we are going to eliminate. The sub-expression which are common and are used frequently and calculated only once and reuse the same thing one more number of times. So that is nothing but we are going to call it as common sub-expression elimination. Here the DAG can also be used. DAG is nothing but directed acyclic graph which is used to eliminate the common sub-expression elimination. See here I am having one unoptimized code here. A equal to b plus c, b equal to a minus d, c equal to b plus c and d equal to a minus d. See here the first statement is executed. A equal to b plus c. It is stored here in A. A equal to b plus c is the statement stored. And the next one I am having is B. B is stored with A minus D. B is stored with A minus D. And the next statement C, I am going to have B plus C. B plus C. Initially the B value is some value and this B value is updated with the new value that is A minus D. So here the B is going to be taking the new value. So nothing but these B plus C and these B plus C are not same. Why? Because already these B plus C is I am seeing here in the left hand side. Nothing but the value, the B is evaluated or computed one more time. Initially the value of B, let me take it as 2. But here after this calculation or after this computation, the B value is changed from 2 to some value. So nothing but the updated value is taken over here in C equal to B plus C. So nothing but the first statement and the third statement points are not same. So the next one, D equal to A minus D. Can I see here anywhere A and D in the left hand side? In the previous statements, no, only A is repeated only one time and D is not at all repeated, only in the last statement. So nothing but these first statement and the second statements are the same statements, nothing but common statements. So even I execute A minus D, suppose I got here value 5, the same value will be used n number of times if I execute it. So nothing but with this statement it is no use. So I can optimize this code into D equal to B. D equal to B. So this is the thing which we have discussed in common sub-expression elimination. So here that can be done using a directed acyclic graph also. Nothing but here. So first what I am having, plus operators are placed as the internal nodes or the parent nodes and the operands are stored as a leaf nodes. So plus is the operator and for plus operator the left hand I am having is A. So B. And for plus right hand operator is C. And the next one is it is stored in A. A equal to B plus C. This is the statement. So the next statement I am having is B equal to A minus D. So A minus D is there. So minus, is there any operator minus? There is no operator minus. Minus. So what I am having here? A minus D. A is holding here. So A I can use. A statement. I am going to check where I have an internal node A. A is there. So A minus D. A minus D. So the next I am having is C equal to B plus C. C. Anywhere I am having, yes, C is there. Plus operator? No. B plus C it is not there. So let me take here plus. So what I am having here? B plus C. So C, this is nothing but B. B is updated, right? So B plus C is repeated here. So I can reuse this one C. Yes, I can reuse. So the next one is D equal to A minus D. So this statement is nothing but C. D equal to A minus D. A is already there, D is already there. So can I write here the same expression which is used by one more statement? Then I can write it with a B comma D with a comma operator. So that is nothing but common sub-expression elimination. So here we are going to optimize the code and we are going to write this as B equal to A minus D, or we can write it as D equal to B. D equal to B. So the next one, renaming of temporary variables. Here the statements containing instances of temporary variables can be changed into a new temporary variables without changing the basic block value. We are going to change the temporary variable names with new temporary variable names without changing or without affecting the program or without affecting the basic blocks. In that particular blocks, without affecting that blocks, we are going to change it. So see here, original basic block is there, T equal to A plus B, U equal to T into D. Now, the T is replaced with X1. The T is replaced with X1. Why? Because here when I write it in, when I store it in the memory, so what happens is whenever I find A plus B, that should be done with a T only. If I use somewhere the T value, this value will be updated with that new value. So that is the reason we are going to change it to the rename. We are going to apply the new temporary variables. The T is updated to the new temporary variable, that is nothing but X1, and U is updated with the new temporary variable X2. Here in the second statement, I am going to use the T variable. So T is nothing but here X1. So we are going to rename the temporary variables. Already existing temporary variable names, we are going to change it with the new temporary variables. To understand it very easily when we execute or when we compute the program. So the next one is interchange of two independent adjacent statements. Here if I am having, for example, in a block, these are some two adjacent statements are there. A equal to B plus C and D equal to E plus F. So these are the two adjacent statements which I am having in a block. So if I interchange these two statements, nothing but the last statement is first and this statement is here. If I interchange these two statements, even though if I am interchanging the program or the basic block, it should not affect the basic block value. The output should not affect. It should not affect even if I interchange these statements, the output of the basic block value should not be affected. So let us see here. T1 equal to B plus C and T2 equal to X plus Y. So after interchange, nothing but this statement I am going to write here and this statement I am going to write here. So even if I interchange these two statements, the program execution or the basic block value will not be changed. So further nothing but these are nothing but interchange of two independent adjacent statements. Independent is nothing but the one statement is not depending upon the other. So then those statements we can interchange. If one statement is depending upon the other, we cannot interchange those two statements. If we interchange also, the output of the program or the output of the basic block value will be getting a new different value. So this is about interchange of two independent adjacent statements. So the next one is algebraic transformation. Algebraic transformation is nothing but the countless algebraic transformations. It is used to change the set of expressions. It is used to change the set of expressions computed by basic blocks. So it is mainly used to change the expressions by using a basic block value. Some of the algebraic transformations on basic blocks, we have constant folding, copy propagation, and strength reduction. So these are the algebraic transformations that comes under algebraic transformation. So the first one is constant folding. So constant folding is nothing but solve the constant terms which are continuous so that the compiler does not need to solve their expressions. See here, for example, I am having here x equal to 2 into 3 plus 5. 2 into 3 plus 5. So here 2 into 3 value is directly I can compute and I can write the value over here. The constant values, it should be like pi value is there or 22/7 is there. I need to compute these value, and computed value, the resultant value we are going to store here, so that the compiler does not need to solve this expression. So which are continuous, and directly I can execute this one. So nothing but that is, we are going to call it as constant folding. We are going to compute the constant values. That is nothing but constant folding. So the next one is copy propagation. This copy propagation is again divided into two types. That is nothing but variable propagation and constant propagation. So variable propagation is nothing but here we are going to update the value of the variable. We are going to update the value of the variable. We are going to assign that variable value here. See here, x equal to y is there. So nothing but wherever I am having x, the x value is updated to y now. So see here, z equal to x plus 2 is there. So instead of writing x value, I can directly write, or I can copy the y value over here. So that is nothing but variable propagation. We are going to copy the variable names here. The next one is constant propagation. Constant propagation is nothing but we are going to change the variable names with the constant values. That is nothing but constant propagation. Here x equal to 3, x equal some value assigned, that is 3, z equal to x plus a. So instead of writing x, I can directly replace that x value with the constant value. So that is nothing but constant propagation. Variable propagation is nothing but we are going to replace the variable with the new variable or the assigned variable. See here, x equal to y is assigned. This y is used over here directly. Instead of writing it z equal to x plus 2, again the compiler should come over here and again need to check, and again it should be updated. Instead of that, directly we are going to do that. So by doing these things, the program execution will be fast and it takes less memory. So the next one is strength reduction. So strength reduction is nothing but we are going to replace the higher statements with the cheaper values. Nothing but expensive statements with the cheaper ones. Like 2 into y. To compute this one, it takes lot of time and it is very costly. So to do that directly, I can write here 2 into y is nothing but I can write y plus 5. 2y can be written as y plus 5. Addition will take less time when compared to the multiplication according to the BODMAS rule. So here I am going to replace the multiplication operator with the y value, nothing but addition operator. See here, the other way also we can do, that is nothing but I can also use the shift operators also here. So nothing but the expensive operator is replaced with the cheaper one. So the advantages of this one optimization of basic blocks is it improves the execution speed, nothing but it reduces the time to execute by eliminating the redundancies, like by applying dead code elimination or common sub-expression elimination or applying strength reduction or copy propagation. All these techniques from structure preserving and the algebraic transformation. By applying those things, we are going to reduce or we are going to increase the execution speed. Minimizes the memory uses. When we optimize the code, the program, the memory will also be, it takes less memory and execution will also be done very fast. Reduces instruction code. Suppose I am having 6 lines of code. When I apply optimization techniques, the code is reduced from 6 to 4 or 3 or 5. Nothing but it reduces the instruction code. Improves runtime performance. It results in faster and more efficient execution of applications. Here we have discussed in optimization of basic block. What is basic block? How to optimize? There are 2 different techniques are there, structure preserving and algebraic transformation. Under structure preserving, we have common sub-expression elimination, dead code elimination, and many are there here. Coming to here in structure preserving transformation, here we have dead code elimination, common sub-expression elimination, and interchange of adjacent statements. And also we have here in algebraic transformation, copy propagation or variable propagation, and strength reduction and constant folding. So by applying these all techniques, we are going to optimize the code and we are going to execute the program. We are going to increase the execution speed of the program and we are going to reduce the memory, and the statements are nothing but the instructions are also be reduced, and we are going to improve the runtime performance. Thank you.